Hey, remember this series? Yep, I sure do. We're actually still working on this game. Usually when I make an update video or something like this, you tend to get bad news where I say I gotta put it on the shelf or whatever. No, that's not the case at all. We've actually been working on this quite diligently. In fact, we've been working on this so well that we're down to like a to-do list for Season 1. And then we could do the thing where we do playtesting and whatever for RPaGa. This video exists primarily to ask if there's still interest for this series, because if there is, what I will probably do is I'll finish up Season 1, and then when Season 2 kicks off, I'll start like a new series or something. Well, not a new series, I mean I'll continue this one, but it's from like the beginning of Season 2, so that there's not this giant jump discontinuity or whatever, because I mean we've got just so much stuff that YouTube has not seen. There's just areas upon areas that we've been working on. Some with like brand new tile sets. We've got some old school looking tile sets here that we've blown up for MV. Got a giant set of side quests and things. I mean, there's a lot that we've added since the last YouTube video. So if you've been watching RPG Maker stuff and you were interested in more, let me know. Other stuff, I don't know. Okay, so here we go. Let's just get back to it and work on some stuff here. I need to finish this Tower of Ciphers, because I've got a couple puzzles in it that are not finished, so let's see if we can get back into the swing of things here and finish this up some puzzle A. Where's an example of this? I think I've got one here. This guy's checking for stuff like this, right? Yeah, okay. Because, yeah, what I'm thinking of doing is, if we continue the YouTube series, especially for this semester, maybe I'll do, like, a segment that's recorded, and then a segment that's just not, like, I can continue things off screen or whatever. Maybe I try to explain my major ideas or whatever. But, yeah, the YouTube people, you guys are just so far behind, it's ridiculous. Just because we've started working on all this stuff, dude. And it's insane. Like, the ninjas have side view battlers now, courtesy of Jubs. We've got brand new enemies and bosses. There's just a ton of stuff that's running around this game now. We pretty much started the system of purchasable skills. So how this works is you buy, let's say you buy like the thing for life gift, which actually I think I'm going to buff this. I feel like buffing this. Maybe they can up the price to 30 or something and then make it... Here, hold on, let's see. Yeah, 40 for 5 Mac. Yeah. 35? 35. Yeah, let's buff that. Anyway, so you buy the item, life gift, and then you can equip that skill. You can teach that skill to whoever's able to learn life gift. In this case, everybody's able to learn life gift via some wonderful plugins that we've got. So, there you go. And then I just changed this 3 to a 5, and we're golden. So now when you equip this skill, your max HP goes up by 5. We've got a ton of skills that are going to start doing things like this. We even have some fail safes in place thanks to the contribution of RPaGa, where, let's say like, okay, so this guy increases your max MP by 5, right? Well, it'd be kind of a waste if you were to use the item on someone that doesn't have MP, like Locke. So what we've done is we've added this little requirement here that your character's max MP has to be 1. So this way the player's not able to waste these items on characters that wouldn't be able to use them. And yeah, so there's a lot of stuff here now. I never finished Holy Burst. It's supposed to be Locke's main attack for this season. Here's a tree branch. You guys like tree branches? You gotta go to the tree house! Let's see, what other things can we update them on, chat? Let's see, we went through this phase where I was not going to use the crafting system as much in Season 1, and then decided, oh, oops, I guess we're using the crafting system in Season 1. So now you've got a lot of stuff that you can craft. primarily you can also start crafting some upgrades and stuff for like Halarovich's gun. You can craft an item that just does 30 damage straight up. So there's some stuff that you can do. Some recipes or whatever. Yeah, I hit a bunch of mission 7 on purpose. I guess I don't really need to anymore, but yeah, okay, good idea. The save points are changed. We now have new save points. They are now these little miniature crystals. I like trees and tree branches. Yeah, I didn't hide too much Mission 8 from you. Like, the Tower of Ciphers is primarily Mission 8. You're able to do any setup you want, though. Oh, we've got some, like, additional things. So here, if we return to old school Konban Street here, from, like, all the way back in Mission 2, we've updated the shop a little bit here. It's got some kind of new graphics here. It's a little spruced up. But now the shop is different. This is where you'll buy your tech stuff. So it's the Tech-tastic corner. You could just start out buying some really basic dinky stuff to get you used to the system. But then later on in the game he sells much more. And he'll probably sell a little more than this, but these are just the ones that I was testing at the time. I also added this this second store that you can later access. I was thinking of giving you like a membership card for the Got Item store, and then you're able to like maybe buy weapons or weapon parts or something for crafting, because I want Season 2 having a lot of crafting and needing to strategize your equip slots and everything. Oh, speaking of equip slots, we've completely just blown out the setup that we had for this. You now only have... Let's go over here. You now only have a weapon, an armor, and an accessory. We're going Super Mario RPG on this guy. Let's see. So while we're at it, I've removed... Or I guess the level system has always been removed, but I found a way to kind of replace it with something nifty. Is we're going to replace it with the character's age. So if we come over here to level, you see I've got that's replaced with age. So I don't know, just a little goofy information about the characters or whatever. So like Cornelia is 21, Clock is 26, and so on. We've got some new characters down here that you're probably not too familiar with. You should know Neo if you've been watching the series. But yep, there's some mysterious characters floating around here. Okay, the medieval place, yeah, we can show them Melandia. So at some point, I think it's in between missions 6 and 7. Yeah, it's mission 7. I just open up all these places you can start looking at. One such place that you can access is this kingdom called Elandia. It's supposed to be a throwback to old school RPG towns where there's like more people than houses and other, you know, other kind of goofy things. But yeah, so you can come to Elandia here, which just has completely custom graphics as far as this game is concerned, at least. But they're very good. They're from that Celiana, I think her name was. But they're very good. We took them from VX Ace and we blew them up so that they work in MV. So a little bit of a quality loss, but we try to hide it with fog so that it's less apparent. I also have this running gimmick of using older looking tiles in older areas. So like this place is supposed to be some ancient medieval town, so it looks a little older. I pull this off other places as well. There's like this ancient mansion you go inside. I use older graphics for that too. But yes. The Wasp song, god dang it. I don't even remember which one was the Wasp song, but we've just got 1,000 new tracks now for music. One of my favorite cloud bases, of course. Hey, RPaGa. RPaGa, give us things that we can tell the YouTube people that they have missed. Because old Teamudf just wasn't recording stuff for a while. But But yeah, so here's a Landia. This is where I give you the first trial cave that you can go through. It's a very short cave. I kind of got to redo the graphics in here, but I don't know. I made a basic template for what I want, kind of. You have a couple fights, like you open this chest and an earth sprite jumps out or whatever, and you can beat the heck out of it or whatever. And then when you beat the monster, you can move the chest out of your way. Here's like a set of rocks that the same thing kind of happens, but yeah. So you finish a puzzle, open up the spikes here, you get prizes. But it's not as clear-cut as that. You have to choose one of these prizes. So in this case, you get the Gravity's Power or the Steadfast Will of a Warrior. Now, over here on the left, I'm a little kinder about this information where I outright tell you basically the description of the prize here in text, so you can figure out exactly what the Black Compression prize does and decide if you want it or not. Then you can come over here and read the Iron Hero Tunic, which is a throwback to Battlezone. It was one of the favorite cards of the protagonist in Season 4 that I made. The Iron Hero Tunic vastly increases your defense for this point in the game, but it slows you down a little bit, so yeah. So yeah, you get to read the description of the two items, pick which one you want, and then you get kicked out. You can never come back because I'm closing this guy off with spikes once you come back. It's also at this point in the game that I want you to start talking to Wright some more. Because even though he's got the same stuff he's had as prior in the game, he's going to start telling you very useful things very soon. By the way, I'm the Armored Titan. Just thought I should mention that. Hi, Kate. But yeah, so you can see this kind of old school setup here. I really love these graphics though. Like it's so worth using them. So good. You can come to the castle. Come to the castle. There's a... I wouldn't really say a fetch quest. It's more like you're running around fetching for information. You're trying to find this missing kid. All the other 3 kids are looking for the missing kid as well. And you're eventually trying to prove that someone from the castle actually, like, you know, threw her in a dungeon behind this hidden wall or something. So, yes. And this is actually going to lead to a giant side story arc exclusively in Islandia. Like, I don't know why I've done this, but I just have this whole side story in my head for this area that you'll be able to play out eventually. Alright, but yeah, so here's the castle. Alright, this guy can't be anything. He's nothing. Why don't we just move on? He's totally nothing. But yes. I guess you haven't seen Collision Town yet. Collision Town, I don't know, I feel like the RTP graphics actually fit Collision Town, because I can make them look all busted up and old and stuff. So I feel like that works. Oh, maybe that's why the Tower of Ciphers bothers me, because I have the sewers using the exact same wall. I don't know, we'll think about it later. But yeah, you got some stuff in the sewers, you got some stuff in the super sewers here. There's some other stuff going on here. There can't be possibly anything going on in this area. Oh. Got some docks, I guess. Here's somewhere. You can go inside the boat to learn about virus programs that will attack you on sight. So we're doing, like, I guess, Battle Network references now. I don't know. Here's Shady Street. Looks pretty shady to me. Looks like crap, actually. But yep, so there's lots of stuff. Yeah, what is the card game map? Is it Puzzle and Toast, actually? It's not Puzzle and Toast. What is this? Toast a token. Ah, I see. I just left myself a reminder. Oh, is it this guy? Yeah, here's the card game map. The map that I was using to, like, draw illustrations and things for how my card game works. Like, showing chat by, you know, creating the little field and moving objects around and stuff. That was funny. I guess it's just sitting in the Tower of Ciphers. So yeah, this will be the focal the focal point of the end of the Season 1 story here, as this tower just kind of appears out of the ground. So everybody gathers around to report on it and whatever, and Blaine and them are going to have to break into the tower to stop MSM and his hooligans of Solon and Graffiti and whatnot. But yes, so, you know, here's the entrance dock or whatever. And you come to Wright's Cave. Looks kind of familiar, but this time Wright is selling a bunch of things that you actually kind of need. You can start buying some materials, which you can craft right back there in his forge that he's conveniently got set up for you. And his kid is just, he's here to help you with the forge. Brett Wright was the name of my favorite English teacher in high school, so I'm giving him a little shout out here since the guy's name is Wright, and so I just named his kid Brett. You know, just a little throwback because he was an amazing teacher. So, hey, Epi, how's it going? Then you get to the Tower Ciphers itself. I was just pondering changing the graphics for it, but everybody in chat tells me to shut up and that the graphics are fine, so I guess I'll leave it alone. But, yep, you come in here and you're gonna be doing stuff. You're gonna be doing puzzles. There's gonna be some puzzles. You need to do even more puzzles. Many a puzzle. You need to do red-blue switch puzzles. Gotta have red-blue switch puzzles. And, yeah. So this will be like the final dungeon for Season 1, this tower. Oh, that's right. I remember why I chose these graphics, because the joke was that it looked like the Pokemon Tower a little bit. Oh, yeah, maybe I should leave it alone then. If that's the case. This floor is not finished, mainly because I don't know what to put on it yet. Yep, the 8th floor. That's, however, the last floor you get to look at. We're saving the 9th floor and all of the goodies contained within for the production of the season finale. So y'all have to wait for that, but yes. What's in this chest? Oh, Pure Spirit. Okay. All the Danganronpa references. God, we've got so much Danganronpa stuff now. Actually, you know what's funny about the YouTube series? You guys see at the little bottom right there, we've got that battle, or the Bit Boss battle minigame for stream. I think the series has stopped for such a long time that someone watching the YouTube series of RPG Maker hasn't even seen, like, the Bit Cup yet. They haven't even seen the Bit Boss battle minigame. That's how, like, long it's been. It's been quite a while. So yes, there's stuff waiting for you. Oh, hey, we can show them this area. We've expanded the Misty Forest. Finally figured out what the flit I'm doing here. So we've got this cabin that you spawn in through the boat, the Bridge of All Travel. This guy here will sell you the Emperor's Glorious Fire and a tree branch. Can't imagine what that would be useful for. Come on out here for some wandering around in the mist. It's a misty forest, so of course it's got to have fog. And I'm still coming up with enemy ideas for this area. For now, I just have these really old school hornets. You know, nothing too exciting. I also get to do this whenever the monitor capture decides it doesn't want to close or open other windows, because I'm not turning off my Aero desktop. It screws up my stream setup. We've got this cave I still need to put things in, because it's a cave. We have this cave I haven't even done yet. I guess that's something that needs to go on the list. Misty Forest Caves. Alright. There's not going to be a Wasp song as Battle Music Rainstorm because that's copyrighted. The song that I made into the Wasp song. That's like an actual artist's music. You know, not royalty free. But yeah, you can come to the south here, and you have these trees that if you shake them, it rolls a random number between 1 and 5, and you can get some red dragon fruit and blue dragon fruit for crafting item purposes later, maybe some potions or whatever. Here's this well that's just wonderful. I love this freaking well so much. Oh, I know what we can show them. We have a freaking title screen now. Duh. Yeah, we have a title screen now, everybody, courtesy of Gina. It's a wonderful title screen, actually. I've also updated the intro music. Alright, this freaking well. Oh, I don't have the thing. Hold on. I've got cheats and hacks over here. Okay. It's a well in Misty Forest. Guy said to make it rain. You get all these options for things you can do. Like you can throw 20 rakes into it. You don't have 20 rakes. Even if you did the Flid, you can have shower thoughts, like if womb is pronounced womb and tomb is pronounced tomb, shouldn't bomb be pronounced boom? And then you can do the thing, you can throw money into it. So, we have this new item that we're kind of testing out. To access this item, I'm going to throw all the cashola. And you get the Wonder Gift RPaGa. You also get the item, or you get the event to open that cave over there. Alright, so let's take a look at this guy. Only those with a heart of gold can wield this. Your max HP becomes 51 for the current battle. Now that seems a little strange. However, this is actually the work of a variable. You see, the Wonder Gift RPaGa checks for a donation that you've made throughout the game. In this case, it checks for the donation to this well, and it sets the value of this variable to that donation. So if you donate 108 cashola, your max HP becomes 108 for the current battle. So whatever you donate, if you can get your hands on one of these Wonder Gift items, you'll be able to set your max HP to that value for one battle. So you better use it wisely, because these guys aren't going to come around so often. I pretty much have to guarantee you can only get one at a time based on how the item itself works. But yeah, we've got some other fun things here, like we can read data now and everything. We've got this skill that I was working on just last night, the Infinite Descent, which is just a wonderful, fun skill. What basically happens here is it's going to roll a 20-sided die, and if it lands on 20, it stops. If it lands on any other number, it adds 1 to the amount of damage it deals, and then it rolls the die again. So it basically keeps rolling until it rolls a 20, and then it deals damage equal to the number of non-20s that you rolled. So here's a very powerful skill. Yahaha, thank you, Macbooya. Thank you for the hashtag charity as well. Looks like they've raised over $65,000 now. Good for them. Wow. 6 more days if you're interested in that, everybody. Alright. Oh, then these skills. The analysis skills. Kind of fun. I'll just teach them both to Blaine because I'm a douchebag. Alright, so here we've got like some basic data you can read. Oh, we have new battle music, by the way. Okay, so this will roll into, you get some basic information on the enemy, like its HP, MP, TP, and its agility. I decided was important enough for this game, since, it's very necessary for some of these fights to know whether you're going to be going first or second pretty early on, and which characters will be faster and slower. Complex analysis is a lot more powerful. Okay, this one reads just about everything you'd want to know about the enemy. Here's basically all of its stats. Okay. And you get some more. You get its elemental weaknesses, resistances, immunities, and absorptions. Okay. So that'll about do it for that. Yeah, we've got some wonderful things here. Turn on some more music. What music-areno should we listen to today? I guess we could listen to the Tower of Cyphers theme. Where the heck did it go? I just saw it. There it is. I'm going crazy, everybody. Alright. So, you can come down to this area here. I haven't put anything in this warehouse yet, I don't think. Yeah, because there's nothing in this chest. I guess that's just a bed? Maybe that's what I was doing? Oh. Never mind. Oh! Right, this is supposed to contain a hint for how to open this mansion. Because eventually I'm going to block this all. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Here, I'm going to leave it as is. I'll put something else in that warehouse. Here's the Misty Mansion, where you sacrifice those 4 teddy bears that you might remember from previously in the game. I still have to place 2 of the teddy bears, though, as my to-do list would suggest. Alright. Once you sacrifice all 4 teddy bears, these suits of armor will disappear and you're free to explore the Misty Mansion. There's not much going on the first floor because it's, you know, you're entering or whatever. But come on up to the second floor, you've got a lot more going on. You have these Pyron enemies walking around. Oh, Pyrons. Yeah, I was right. Pyrons. Walking around. So the gist of this place is that it's basically just a fight tower. You just get to fight things here because RPaGa is surprisingly not making you do too much fighting. You can avoid a lot of fighting if you want and just buy items and things for the bosses. So for people who want a little extra cash for buying those skills or whatever, or if they just want to get some powerful rewards, they can come into this Misty Mansion and start fighting enemies. There's some stuff over here that I still have yet to place, but I don't think I'll add that until post-Season 1. But yeah, there's a couple variants of these enemies here. Here's a smoking Pyron. Here's this guy that you need the Mirage Gauntlet to make him go away. Ooh, I wonder where you can find the Mirage Gauntlet. You also get a new boss enemy called Rovard Gargoyle that you can fight. He's powerful. He's going to give you 100 cashola for beating him, which in this game is actually quite a bit. Let's go take a look at this guy, the Rovard Gargoyle. 380 HP. Nothing to sneeze at here, but a pretty devious strategy actually, as he's first going to attempt to make the entire party weak to darkness. And then once he's made you weak to darkness, he's going to start pelting you with void orbs all over the place. He can also make use of the Relentless Claw, which is quite powerful. What exactly do I have this Relentless Claw doing? Let's see if I can remind myself really quickly here. Because I remember it was just more than an attack. I also have to figure out where I put it, though, so that's part of the problem. Let's check it out. Relentless Claw is... Come on! Monitor capture number 124. That's right, Kate. Darkness. Here it is. Oh yes, it deals 10 minus your agility, then it debuffs your agility. So it's got a little bit of a variance to it. So it's going to try wearing you down, and the more it wears you down, the more damage it deals. So he's got that strategy. He's trying to slow you down, so that he can shadow feed, which will basically start absorbing your MP. So he's slowing you down, and he's stealing your MP to heal himself. But in addition to that, he's also checking to see if your TP is above 40, because Locke, being a light user, is able to kind of counter him pretty well. However, he's checking to see if Locke basically has more than 40 TP, and if he does, he's using focus removal, which will start to drain your TP each turn. So if you're running a TP build, he tries to counter you. If you're running an MP build, he might counter you. So I'm trying to mess with you here and get you to do different things for some of these fights. Then he uses the dreaded Death Duality when he's got a fourth of his HP left. The easiest way I could describe Death Duality is it makes your HP 1. And then you're basically easy pickings. So his defense isn't that high, his agility isn't that high, but if you let him, he's gonna beat the snot out of you. He's gonna do it. He's angry. We got this new attack element called Phantom. I decided Phantom will work kind of like ghosts in Pokemon, I suppose, where Phantom is weak to itself. So if you want to counter Phantom, you should maybe get your hands on one of these guys here, Mirage Gauntlet, because it makes your attack element Phantom. So you can fight Phantom with Phantom if you so wish, and start dealing more damage. Alright. And if we sneak a little higher up the tower, let's see, we've got some more enemies walking around. I've got these little tiles here where if you step by the blood, a jelly phantom comes out of the wall and attacks you or whatever. You notice I'm erasing these events instead of putting on self switches and everything. That's because again, I want you to be able to come back to this tower and, you know, fight again if you so wish. You know, if you want some extra money and you don't want to progress in the story or whatever, you're able to basically come here and grind. Even though, you know, not having a level system, you should be seldom grinding in this game. Now here's another one. Let's go to the 4th floor. We've got some goodies for you. You have, oh look, it's another Rolvar Gargoyle. You're not going to beat this one in Season 1. He's going to murder you. He's going to decimate you in Season 1. I'm even going to add more techniques for him later on. So he's just too strong for you now, but of course, I'm well aware you don't want to be grinding and redo all of this, so you're allowed to lose these fights against the Gargoyle, and it just says it deems you unworthy of a prize. So try as many times as you want. You know, this is supposed to be a place for you to collect things and whatever. You shouldn't have the stress of getting a game over. In fact, I might just add that to all the fights here. Maybe I'll just, you know, add all of that. Although with these guys, the event touch might be a little harder. But yeah, I at least don't want you to have to, like, reset on a boss or something. I don't want you to lose progress that way. Oh! Look who it is! It's Nocturne! Yes, you get a Nocturne exclusive boss battle up here on this Phantom Tower, because he's, you know, he's darkness, he's Phantom. I figured he fit the theme. This also used to be the Fractal's hideout before I decided, screw it, let's just give Nocturne some moment in the sun here. So that Nocturne himself isn't too much different from when you fight him in Mission 5 and Mission 8, spoilers, kinda. But today, he's bringing his good friend, the Zaburai. This is the one that's trying to gooby you. Alright. So this one is trying to drain your MP if you have too much MP. And he might just arbitrarily use 4 in energy on you, which is basically going to mess him up, or mess you up, and heal him. Now you notice, he's got such low HP. Well, that's because his defense is through the roof. So the task here is to try to break through his defense. You notice he's dark. He's a dark elemental, so he's weak to light. But now, I'm trying to gooby you here, basically. I'm trying to make you rely on more than just lock, because even though he's weak to light and has very low HP, he is actually designed to one-shot lock. Specifically, he is a hard counter to lock. He also resists Kolarovich's thunder ammo. So he also resists some statuses. So you're going to have to figure out how to break through his defense. He's also got very high agility, so he's pretty much guaranteed to go before lock. So you need some good luck if you don't want lock to get one-shotted, or you need some better stratagems. We've got some strategies set up within the skill system that you can use to defeat this guy. You can just brute force it and probably win, but I mean, there's ways to do it. Okay. Oh, he's also going to absorb darkness, of course. We can't let you, you know, He's also got the dreaded Quick Stab, which he'll be using every 5 turns. He's going to Stabberino you for 10, which is about half your HP at this point in the game. So be a little careful about that. Shadow Cut will destroy just about anybody that's not Blaine. I also gave you the Mad Bite, so he's taking away more MP with this Mad Bite. And the Black Lightning Claw is a new technique we made. Here's the Black Lightning Claw. It's just got super high variance. It deals damage equal to his magic attack. And it has 2 elements. It has Thunder and Darkness elements. So if you're weak to either one of those, you're about to get destroyed. Bad things will happen to you. Bad voodoo. Black Lightning Claw. So his magic attack is 10. So it could do between, you know, kind of like 6 to 14, let's say. And then the elemental multipliers come into play, so be a little careful of characters who are weak to darkness and thunder. And then Nocturne himself is just derping around. He's got Shadow Cut, he's got the Illusion the first, you know, the same things he had in Mission 5, basically. Except now when he's lower than 50% HP, he'll start to use Illusion the second. Slightly more powerful. Maybe I'll also give him something that heals the Zaburai. That might be fun. I guess I could just boost this to 50 as well. Yeah, let's boost it to 50. Why not? Maybe he'll survive an extra turn, make the fight more interesting. Alright, then you finish up, you might recognize this guy is standing around from Your Man to Park quite a while. That's something I can get rid of. Oh yes! Yeah, Rain has a good point. We have the Jello element now. So, you might recognize some of these goofy elemental names from when I first started the game. Not all of them are being used anymore, but, you know, some things like Dream, Jello, Time, and Phantom. Bullets is also a usable element now. So how Jello works is I decided that whenever you have the Jello element, you'll get this state called Jello, which is basically meant to make you completely neutral to every element. Now, the way I have it set up here, I'm not entirely sure if I've done this correctly. It says changes the damage multiplier according to the specified element. So the thing I'm worried about is if you're like already weak, let's say you're already weak to ice by 2 times, so 200%, is this setting it to 100% or is it multiplying it by 100%? Because it looks like it might be multiplying it by 100%, which wouldn't change anything. You know, 2 times 1 is still 2, so you'd still be weak to ice. So I don't know if I've set this up correctly. I might have to do something else, maybe put in some code down here or something, but the intent is that you're completely neutral to every element when you're Jello. So you're not strong against it, you're not weak against it. But yeah, the more I thought about how I set it up here, the more I was unsure if this is actually what I want it to look like. I don't know if what I even described makes sense, but yeah. So there's that. That's the intent of Jello. Alright, Dream. Dream I'll get into later. I'm trying to do something weird with Dream that it's not perfected yet. You can see the Wonder Gifts. You can check out the Wonder Gift RPaGa there. The Illusion the second will start generating his HP. Perfect Guard we added. It completely nullifies all damage for 2 turns. So, you know, the turn you use it and the turn afterward, you get basically a free turn without worry. So, you want to look for some items with Perfect Guard. Maybe look for some... I'm probably not going to make an armor with Perfect Guard. That would be busted. Alright. What was I showing before I got sidetracked by that? Ah, yes, here. This is your Ghost Token shop. You get to buy all your things for Ghost Tokens here. You can also buy a Ring of the 8th Cane for 800 Cashola. So let's take a look at some of these items here. And then I'll probably end the video because, you know, the main point of the video was to ask YouTube if they want to see more RPaGa. If they do, hey, I'll keep going. Why not? Let's do this. And then, yeah, so let's take a look at some of these items. And then we'll send you off and you guys can let me know what you think. So let's see, I guess we'll go to the armors here. Here's this Ring of the 8th Cane. It gives you 8% regeneration for everything. So you get 8 TP per turn, you regenerate 8% of your MP, you regenerate 8% of your HP. this would be a fun little item that you can buy. It costs 13 ghost tokens. Or again, if you want to buy it for 800... Oh, I'm sorry, wait, no, it costs 8 ghost tokens. This is proxy by command. Okay, proxy by this item here, basically. But anyway, you can pay 800 cashola for it as well. If you're willing to shell out the cash, maybe you didn't do stealth. So, you know, this is actually an item I almost honestly want you to have, but maybe I'll explain why in Season 2 when things get a little bit tougher. Alright, here's the Spectre Shield. You can buy it for 5 ghost tokens. It reflects Phantom, and it gives you a small boost of free defense. So nothing too fancy, but it's only 5 ghost tokens, so it doesn't need to be. The one... I offered a skill for ghost tokens, didn't I? I believe I did. Which one was it? I don't remember, actually. Phantasmic Pulse. Okay. Here it is. Alright. Okay, so this will boost your attack and defense by 2, and it also gives you physical resistance. But makes you weak to magic, so this is basically for characters that you want to be a little more physical, but then they're going to get a little weaker to magic. You can buy this for 12 ghost tokens. And finally, you get this devastating fellow, the Phantasm Cloak. It boosts your agility by 3, so you're going to be going before a lot of things here. And it gives you +1 action per turn. So you can attack twice, you can attack once and use an item, you can use 2 items, you can guard and do something else. You can do 2 things in 1 turn with this item. So I'm going to bop you half your HP and MP to make up for this here. So this is an item that is necessary to combo with certain skills, certain equipped skills that raise your stats. It costs 25 ghost tokens. There are 25 ghost tokens in Season 1. So if you want this guy, you're going to be perfect in stealth in Season 1. Otherwise, you can come back later in the game and pick it up. But if you want it as early as Season 1, be perfect at stealth. That's it. So, yes. So, for defeating Nocturne, you open up the Ghost Token Shop, and on your way out, I'll give you the Anti-Magic Cape. A little show of faith here that you did something pretty well. Here's the Anti-Magic Cape. 4 magic defense, 10% magic evasion. You know, just some stuff. Sell it for 100 if you want. Worth 200, so sell it for 100. Do whatever you want with it. It's a gift to you. You can also come down here, and if you're able to solve the 1 puzzle in the Misty Mansion, I will give you a Blade of Souls recipe. Delicious. 320. Ooh, let's go check it out. What could that guy be worth? And did it actually make the Blade of Souls yet? Here it is. Yep. This Blade of Souls will give you 4 attack, 4 magic attack, 5 max HP, and 5 max MP, so have at it if you want. As you can see, you must craft it. You're going to need a dull katana, which is just a basic crappy weapon that you can craft off of. And it looks like you also need, let's see, 4 of 106, which I believe is titanium, and 2 of 321. Let me remind myself what that is. Oh, the soul tier. You need some soul tiers for this guy. If you want a soul tier, you can... Oh no, this guy drops the Saber Tooth. I don't have anything dropping soul tiers. Give something a soul tier. Soul tier drops. Okay. But yeah, that's it. So that's just a sneak peek of some of the stuff we've been working on. So again, YouTube, if you're interested in more RPaGa, like if you just want to watch me screwing around, building stuff, contemplating boss ideas or whatever, you know, just let me know and we can continue the series. Otherwise, I guess I'll just, you know, I'll update important stuff when I feel it's necessary and whatever. So, we'll see you later, YouTube. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!